This week on Chuckload of Comics, we're reviewing the movie The Meg. Avengers Infinity War, the Blu-ray finally dropped. We're getting into the special features, plus major announcements from Ace Comic-Con.
Yes.
All that plus comic book reviews right here on Chuckload of Comics. Hello and welcome to Chuckload of Comics. Big week. Look at that sidebar. Tons of stuff we're going to be getting into. Before we get into any of that awesome stuff, big announcement.
What's that, Chuck?
From Ace Comic-Con.
Oh my goodness.
The big Comic-Con that's coming to Navy Pier in October.
Yep.
Coming to Chicago. Well, they just announced a really big comic book creator who's coming to Chicago. None other than Mr. Killing the Inhumans, Donny Cates.
That's right.
Donny Cates, everybody's favorite new author.
Yeah.
The guy's crushing it over at Marvel. He did an amazing historical run of Thanos.
Yep. He's currently doing the Ghost Rider, Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Cosmic
It's
Ghost
awesome.
Rider. He did an amazing run of Doctor Strange.
Yep.
Baby Teeth. Tons of stuff Donny Cates is doing. And he is currently killing the Inhumans.
He is. Shame on you, Donny.
I know. We got to get you and Charles Soule into a room and just battle it out. Winner take all.
That sounds
Well,
like a plan.
if you want to talk to him about the Inhumans and how he plans on killing them off, come see him at Ace Comic-Con. It's coming up October 12th through the 14th at Navy Pier.
Hey,
There's
Walter.
the cat. You can get your tickets at aceuniverse.com. Tons of amazing guests coming to Ace Comic-Con.
Right? What else is going to be at Ace Comic-Con, Chuck?
Well, Chuckload of Comics. Huge Chuckload of Comics announcement, guys. We have been working with Ace Comic-Con. We are going to have the Chuckload of Comics Ace Comic-Con live booth. Right there at the convention. The cat almost just ate it. So yeah, come by the Chuckload of Comics live booth. We are going to be conducting interviews with guests,
Yep.
Panelists, all the cool people at Ace Comic-Con. They're going to come
Trivia
to We're going to do
contests.
trivia contests.
That's right.
Just come by the Chuckload of Comics booth. We're not sure where on the show floor it's going to be, but it's going to be big. We're going to be live streaming the entire convention right here on YouTube, youtube.com/Chuckload of Comics. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited about it. Thank you, Ace Comic-Con, for inviting us to be there. We're going to do you proud.
That's
we're
right.
We're going to kill it. We're going to crush it
right.
for 3 days straight.
Just like Donny Cates with the Inhumans.
Killing the Inhumans. We're going to kill Ace Comic-Con. So yeah, go to youtube.com/Chuckload of Comics. Click the subscribe button. Click that little bell next to it so you get constant alerts when
Yep.
we post new videos. We're going to do a ton. We're going to be streaming all weekend long in October.
It's going to be so much fun.
Could
people.
not be more excited. Check out aceuniverse.com for all the amazing guests and buy your tickets because they're going to sell out. I'm telling you.
They're selling out quick, man.
They're flying. The VIP passes are flying off the shelves.
Yep, they're already sold out of like autographs and photo op sessions
A lot
for
of them.
certain people. So
Not all of them. There's still a lot of great stuff
That's
you can
true.
get with your
Of course,
tickets,
of
but
course.
check them out. aceuniverse.com. And Donny Cates, we want to talk to you.
Yeah, come by the Chuckload of Comics live booth, man.
If you're watching this, come by the Chuckload of Comics booth, Donny Cates. We'd love to talk to you about the Inhumans. What else happened this week?
Oh man, Chuck, so much happened.
You know what happened?
What's that?
Jason Statham, with the role of his life. Okay, this book right here, this book called The Meg. I read this book, and I really dug this book. It's a badass book. I heard they were making The Meg into a movie, and man, I got excited. I
Yeah,
got super excited.
totally.
Then I saw the trailer for The
And?
Meg, and I got a little less excited. Because the trailer didn't quite match the science and action and blood and guts of
In
the
the
book.
book.
So I was like, okay, maybe this isn't going to be the best movie ever.
Right.
Well, we saw the movie.
And
And before I give you my thoughts, Shauna, your thoughts on The Meg?
I thought it was fun. Now, those of you that watch our show constantly, you know we don't really hate anything. So I'm just going to say I thought it was fun. Obviously, I wasn't expecting anything going into it, but I love Jason Statham and Ruby Rose, and it was just a fun little night at the movies. So
It was.
I enjoyed it.
I thought the book. First of all, it's the Dianetics of prehistoric shark books. It really it's the Moby Dick of books about fish. It's the Old Man in the Sea of fishing books.
That's right.
And it's a really great book. You should absolutely read it. Check it out. The movie, I did enjoy it. It was
Yeah.
fun. I thought what really blew me away about the movie was the high level of special effects.
Yeah, no kidding.
The CGI of the sharks and of the set, the underwater
Yep.
oceanographic facility looked fantastic.
I hate to even say it, but I think it looked better than what we see in the Aquaman trailer.
It did, yeah. The shark in the Meg looked really
great.
good.
Yeah.
It didn't look bad at all. And just the way that it was shot was very, very good. Right from the very beginning scene when there's this submarine scene. This is totally non-spoiler review, but
Right.
the way they shot the opening sequence with the submarine was really, really good. Everything, when it was shot great, it was well acted.
Fun. Yeah.
Dwight Schrute did a very good job in the
Rainn
movie.
Wilson.
Rainn Wilson crushed it. Way to go, Rainn. And Jason Statham was a lot of fun. After reading the book, I didn't really, obviously nobody saw Jason Statham as this character because the character is like a scientist. He's a super smart oceanographic scientist. But then when they cast Jason Statham, it's like, oh, okay, they're going to go a little bit
different.
off script. And really, if you've read the book, the movie doesn't really stick with the details of the book very much. They really kind of do their own thing. I mean, the basic plot points are there.
Yeah.
And they do a pretty good job of explaining the science of it.
Well, yeah, I thought so. I haven't read the book, so
Yeah,
I thought
so-
it was just a fun, entertaining movie.
Should you go see it? I think so.
Why not?
I think you should. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's very well done, and it's just, it is what it is.
If you're moviegoers and you want something to see this weekend because you've already seen Mission Impossible 4 times, go see The Meg.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun at the movies. I
Yeah.
think you might enjoy it. But just don't go in there expecting Jaws.
Right.
It's not the great American movie. It is what it is. It's a big, giant megalodon shark, comes up from the Marianas Trench and lays waste to the
China Sea.
the China Sea. Interesting enough,
China
it was
shore.
a really Chinese-centric,
Yeah.
the whole movie takes place along the coast of China, which I thought was really interesting. Normally they would do this, in the northeast of America, like
course.
Jaws style, but it was all taking place over in China.
Probably cheaper to film there. Who knows?
Maybe.
Anyway.
So check it out. Check out The
Yeah.
Meg. Something else that dropped that was really, really big this week.
What else, Chuck?
Avengers Infinity War.
Yes.
The Blu-ray finally dropped. It
Right.
finally descended upon the good people of the world. And one of the coolest things about the Blu-ray for Infinity War was the director's commentary.
Right?
They,
Man.
I usually don't watch director's commentaries, but I wanted to watch this one. I heard it was really good. The Russo brothers kind of talk throughout the entire movie, and they tell you all the fun little nerd nuggets and Easter eggs that are in the movie.
Right.
And there were a lot of good ones. We're going to break down some of the things that we learned from the director's commentary of Infinity War.
Sweet.
First thing we learned that this coming straight from the Russo brothers, so you know it's legit, is that Valkyrie and half of Asgard escaped Thor's ship before
Right?
Thanos got on there.
Which is very cool to point out because when you see that opening scene, you don't see Valkyrie or anything on the ship. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
It's good to put that in our little brains. Deep
They
down
escaped, so they will be back in future movies.
Sweet.
The other thing they talked about that I thought was really interesting is that they were working on the CGI for Thanos long before they even had a script.
Right.
They didn't even have an outline for the movie, but they were already hard working with the CGI and the motion capture
I
of
love
Thanos,
that.
which
I
is
love
really
that.
cool because the Russo brothers said if we couldn't get Thanos to work, we weren't going to do it. So apparently they
Makes
did.
sense.
They got it to work because obviously they made the movie and it looked phenomenal. Just
Seamlessly.
interesting to know that they were working on it long before they even had
Right.
had an outline for the film. That
What's
was
also
really
kind of cool is that this commentary was obviously done after the next Infinity War movie
Right.
was already shot and in the can. So
Good point.
Kind of neat.
Good point. Another really cool thing is that the original script for Infinity War had Thanos destroying Xandar.
Yeah.
That was gonna be in the movie.
I know. See,
Which everybody thought that was going to be in the movie.
Yep.
Like
I did.
I just assumed they were going to kick off the movie with the destruction of Xandar. That's how he was going to get the Purple
Yep.
Power Stone. But obviously that wasn't in the film at all. It started
Yeah.
out on the Asgardian ship.
And could you imagine how long that movie would have been if they did put that in there?
I know.
It would have been a 3.5
An
hour
extra
movie.
15 minutes. Yeah. Also, a lot of fans out there have been wondering why did Thanos wait so long to collect the Infinity Stones? Well,
Good point.
according to the Russo brothers, the reason Thanos didn't start his quest earlier, like 100 years earlier, was
Mm-hmm.
because he didn't know the location of the Soul Stone,
That makes sense.
which is really, really interesting because it wasn't until he kind of kidnapped Nebula
Yep.
and started poking around in her brain and found out that Gamora
Yeah.
knows where the Soul Stone is. That's when he was like, okay, now I can do it. Now I can begin my quest. Because there's
Right.
no point in doing the quest if you don't know where all the Infinity Stones
Right,
are.
because he knows that as soon as he starts collecting these, it's gonna spark some like news around the world that he's doing
Exactly.
this, and so he's not gonna be able to hold on to them for long. So once he starts collecting them, he's
Exactly.
got to get every single
Because you
one
remember in the
right away.
movie, he didn't have all the stones, and the Avengers damn near, if it weren't for Star-Lord, they damn near would have beat him.
Stupid Star-Lord.
So he waited. He waited till he knew where they all were before he begun his quest. I thought that was super duper interesting.
Makes sense.
Another really interesting point is Avengers 4. Mm-hmm. Infinity War 2 is going to be very Captain America heavy.
Yeah.
The Russo brothers said this is going to be a Captain America story.
Sweet.
Because you didn't get a whole lot of Captain America in Infinity War. They said they were saving it. Originally, they actually said they weren't even going to put Captain America in the movie until the very end.
Which is
they weren't going to introduce Captain America until the Wakanda fight.
Wow.
When Captain America storms in, when Vision has been impaled by Corvus Glaive, and Captain America comes and bum rushes Corvus Glaive. That was going to be the first appearance of Captain America in the whole movie.
Changed that up because that's one of my favorite scenes in the movie is when they reveal when they reveal Captain America there to save Vision. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Another really important fan nugget at the end, when everybody thought that when Thanos is after the snap, when Thanos is talking to Baby Gamora, everybody's like, "Oh, she's in the Soul Stone. Look how orange it is. Look how yellow it is. She's in the Soul Stone." According to the Russo brothers, that is not the case.
Nope.
That is not Gamora. According to the Russo brothers, Gamora is dead.
Wow.
That is just a fever dream that Thanos is having. That's his own brain. Mm-hmm. He's kind of speaking to the spirit of Gamora in his own head. He's having a kind of a panic fever dream post-snap. So Gamora's dead, according to the Russo brothers.
Oh no!
That was not her in the Soul Stone. I thought that was huge.
I know, that is huge.
And speaking of Thanos, last but not least, the big thing that I thought was so awesome was that it's confirmed after the snap, the snap permanently damaged the Infinity Gauntlet and permanently damaged Thanos.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
That's very interesting because that means that Infinity 4, Thanos is going to be weaker. He's going to be way easier to take on.
Yep.
He's the gauntlet's going to be all but destroyed.
Right.
He's not going to be able to just snap again. That was awesome. Russo brothers said it's permanently damaged.
Yep.
Thanos. Permanently. So what are they going to do? They're probably going to go back to Nivelier. And because, you saw that mold.
You saw the mold for the gauntlet.
So they could make another one.
Another one, yeah.
Exactly. Nivelier. Yes, that place. So that's what you got. If you haven't picked up the Infinity War Blu-ray, check it out. Watch the director's commentary.
Yeah.
They talk in detail about every single little element of the movie, and it's crazy captivating and interesting.
And of course, there's a bunch of other little good nuggets on there. You know, I'm sure there's like behind the scenes, extra deleted scenes,
tons of it.
The blooper reels, everything you love about extras on Blu-rays.
Yep. So check it out, Infinity War for sure. On to this week's comic book reviews.
Comic book reviews.
Huge week for comics, man. Marvel's First Family is back.
Right?
Sort of. They're coming back. This week ushered in the return of the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four, as you know, got canceled years ago after the events of Secret Wars. Reed and Sue and the kids are off. They're off, rebuilding the universe after the events of, what did I say? Secret Wars.
Yeah.
And Johnny Storm and The Thing are still, on Earth doing their thing. Well, this is it's gonna launch them, man. They're coming back.
Yeah.
It's a really good book, guys. You should really absolutely check it out. It is written by Dan Slott, art by Pacelli.
Cool.
Did Ultimate Spider-Man.
Super
Sarah
colorful,
Pacelli.
lots of fun.
Colorful, fun. It's a thick book. It's a $6 book. It's broken down into 3 different stories. The first story is the story of Johnny Storm and Ben Grimm. Kind of awaiting the return. Ben knows that Sue and Reed are dead and they're not going to come back.
What?
Johnny is holding out hope. He's been holding out hope. If you've been watching the Marvel or reading the Marvel 2-in-1, you know about the quest with Johnny Storm and Ben Grimm. Johnny is holding out hope. And it's kind of the story. And at the end of the first story, I'm not going to spoil it for you, it ends really, really cool. Maybe it doesn't necessarily show you the return of the Fantastic Four, but it ends so awesome. The second story in the book is the return of Doctor Doom.
Sweet!
Who has been like Iron Doom for a while. He's been trying to be a hero. Well, he's kind of given up on that. He's not going to be a good guy anymore. He's going to be a bad guy. Dr. Doom is back in a big way, and that's the second story in this book.
It's this just doesn't work for me.
It's beautifully written. It's wonderful. You got to check it out. I don't want to spoil it for you because it's not super long. It's maybe about 6 pages, The Return of Dr. Doom, but that one's great. And the final story is a 1-page Scotty Young story.
Sweet.
It's absolutely adorable. It's the last page of the book. It's a Scotty Young 1-pager. That's hilarious.
Scotty Young.
So I'm sure you guys have all checked it out. There's a lot of beautiful variant covers that you can get. This is one of the variant covers. It's just a really good book. I'm sure if you're watching the show, you've probably already read it. Let us know what you think of the Return of the Fantastic Four in the comments section.
Yes.
Next big comic this week is issue 2 of Joelle Jones' Catwoman.
Yep.
We were gonna have Joelle Jones on the show today. She was very busy. She wrote us back and said, guys, I am such a busy person because, it's hard being awesome.
It is. It's pretty hard
Being awesome takes up a lot of your time, and we understand, Joelle. Maybe next time.
Thanks for reaching back out
Thanks
to
for
us.
reaching out. We are loving your run of Catwoman.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic. What it is, the Catwoman run is written and illustrated by Joelle Jones.
It's a lot of work.
If you don't know Joelle Jones, I mean, you probably do. She did a lot of art on the Tom King Batman run. Her independent book, Lady Killer, ran
One of
for,
my favorites.
3 arcs?
Yeah, 3 different arcs, yep.
Fantastic. Lady Killer, check it out. She's crushing it with Catwoman. It's basically, it takes place after the wedding that never happened. The Batman Catwoman wedding. Now
Spoiler.
Catwoman's all alone, and she's just dealing with herself. Being alone, being herself.
Yep.
And it's great. This first arc is called Copycats. There is an amazing new villain in this
Yes.
book. One of the coolest, creepiest villains in comics
Very
right now.
politically driven, too.
The wife of the mayor is this very sinister lady who's illustrated beautifully,
so cool.
or uglily, I should say. Not beautifully, but very well done. And so she's kind of building a team of fake Catwomen, Catwoman copycats. For what reason, we don't really know yet, but this does not
find out.
sit well with the actual Catwoman.
Selena, I know,
Selena's
she
not
don't
digging
like
it. So there's a really great fight in this book with her taking on all the other Catwoman, kicks their asses. It's wonderful. Definitely check out Catwoman. This is a variant cover, beautiful variant cover for this
so
book.
Gorgeous.
And check it out, man. Catwoman is crushing it. Put it on your pull list and definitely start reading Fantastic Four.
Yep.
It's so much fun. It's such a fantastic book. It's such a fun reason to bring back the Marvel's first family.
Right?
And that's about all we got, guys. So to wrap this up, come to Ace Comic-Con.
That's right.
Come to the Chuckload of Comics booth. Join in the fun. We could be interviewing you. You could be part of our cosplay
Absolutely.
contest, part of our trivia contest. We're going to do a ton of stuff at Ace Comic-Con.
It's going to be so much fun.
So that's about it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Click the subscribe button. Join the Chuckload of Comics family. We're here every single Sunday talking about fandom, all the nerdy stuff we all know and love. Movies, comics, action figures, gauntlets, lightsabers, statues, microphones,
Books. Actual books. Not just comic books.
We're going to do it all. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you here next Sunday. Have a wonderful week.
Bye-bye.